Hi, I finished another arc that comes out on, I think it's the 13th of June, but I've also seen the 6th of June. So it's beginning of June, either the 6th or the 13th. One site I looked at said the 13th, another site said the 6th. So we'll just say sometime in June. And it's The Serpent Dance by Sofia Slater. Now, reading the premise of this, I was expecting a sort of dark, gothic-y type thing, because it is set in a Cornish village with one of these almost pagan festivals at Midsummer. And so I was expecting sort of creepy, gothic-y vibes, which I didn't really get. But is that because I went into the book with the wrong expectations? Instead of just going in with an open mind, I went in, this is going to be a book about this, and it wasn't. So is the fault mine? Who knows? Anyway, I expected, I was hoping it would be darker than it was. Audrey and Noah are in a relationship. They're from London. Audrey is an illustrator and Noah is in an art gallery. And he suggests a weekend away to celebrate their anniversary. You know, they've been together now, they've been dating for around a year. And so Audrey immediately hopes that he's going to whisk her away to Paris for the weekend. And she keeps dropping all these hints. And so when they get into the car, she's expecting Paris. She turns up in this little Cornish village. And so, disappointment. You know, she fights to hide her disappointment. And it gets even weirder for Audrey because they've booked this place for the weekend. And she assumes it's going to be a getaway just for the two of them. But it turns out they're sharing it with the owner. So, secluded romantic weekend, not there. Add to the fact that Noah's reaction as soon as he sees the owner, and Audrey thinks something's not right here. He knows her. How does he know her? What are we doing here? That type of thing. She has a backstory there is some explanation, but maybe not enough. She's afraid of the dark. She has got this dreadful fear of the dark. So to be in this village, where there's not really any streetlights, there's no Wi-Fi, and because of the festival, there's this abundance of weird creatures that have been made for the festival, sort of like hybrid creatures. You've got horses with beaks and serpents with wings, and all sort of queer, weird creatures. It sort of adds to this feeling of an ease that she's got around her. So the unease of the place, plus Noah's reaction when he sees the owner of the house. And she really feels that he's deceived her. He's got her there under false pretenses. And then there's a death. Adding all to this, there's a death. And the police investigation, they almost decide what's happened without an awful lot of investigation. There's not an awful lot, you see lots of police procedurals. But here you sort of see, oh, it's this, and almost end of story. There is the DI in charge. He's a nice guy. He seems to do a little bit of digging, but as a reader, you don't feel he's doing enough investigation. The village characters, some of them leap out at you and others don't. And the festival, that is quite creepy, the description of the festival through Audrey's eyes, because it's all to do with the river. And on one day they give to the river, and on the second day they take from the river. It's keeping the balance of the river god. And that description of this festival and the chanting and what goes on, that is quite creepy. But as I said, I was expecting more of a dark gothic-y feel in it. There are some revelations. Revelations, that's the word. There's some revelations. There's a little bit of romance. And at the end, there's a little bit of tension. It's an okay novel. I think I was disappointed because I went into it expecting one thing and I didn't get what I was expecting. But that's my fault and not the author's. So it's an okay read. It is an okay read. So, and the festival does have a few creepy vibes to it. So that is The Serpent Dance by Sofia Slater. It comes out maybe the 6th of June, maybe the 13th of June. One of those. So, happy reading. Take care.